So we can say fuck whenever we want.
Yeah, this is completely uncensored. Do what the fuck you want.
Where do I
back.
stay? Do I stay here?
No,
Or
like
here?
like
here?
this close.
Like this close.
Yes. And you got to be closer, Joel, as well.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Can I just speak to Italian completely? I'll just reply l'italiano tutto il tempo.
I'll just say things and just like, sì.
Sì.
Ready?
Sì.
Okay. What? Hey!
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to the Future Past podcast. How's it going? I'm Craig J. I am with my host
Simone. Do you want my surname?
I
as
want
well?
your surname, please.
You know what? I didn't think about my name. I could have.
Do you want to change it?
Yeah, I could have used a pseudonym.
What?
Is that even a word in English?
Yeah.
No, I'll use Simone Nesti.
Simone Nesti.
Great.
And I will never say that name.
Let's start with the cliches.
I'll just call you Simon.
Simon.
Yeah. I was
Simon
thinking.
Nesti.
Nesti.
What about Sim?
Sim?
I don't know.
Simon J. No,
Simon J.
sounds wrong. No. Sim?
Simo?
Simon.
Simon J.
No. We haven't introduced you yet. You can't speak
Sorry.
yet.
I'll
Who's
go back
this?
in my corner.
There's a voice in my headphones. Who's this?
And we
the ghost of futures past. I'm the spirit.
and our guest this episode is
Hi, my name's Joel. How's it going?
Joel what?
Joel St. Clair.
So Joel is in Toronto right now.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
pronounce the T's because I'm not Canadian.
Otherwise, what's the right pronunciation?
Toronto.
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 Nobody says that.
Toronto. I come from Toronto.
Remember, I'm Italian, so all my pronunciation would be wrong. You said you were fine with it. So I don't
Simone
worry.
comes from Italia. Whereabouts in
In the north, in Torino. Yeah,
Torino.
the first capital of Italy.
Oh.
Ooh.
1861.
I lived close to the first capital of the UK,
Which is...
Winchester.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
a few miles away. Fun facts.
Oh my
Like
god, is that where Cheryl Lloyd's from?
Wow, I can't believe you even know that name. Do you even
Is
know
it-
that name?
Yeah, X Factor contestant,
wow,
right?
okay.
Was I right? Was I right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know if she's from Winchester.
Shall we Google it?
Google it. Okay, Simone is my researcher /
Yes.
sound effects /
Intern. Lloyd.
Well, he did a shit job because he already spilt wine and didn't
Yeah.
clean it up.
That
Calling,
was before the podcast, so if it's not... There's an app.
Yeah.
calling you
didn't
out
happen.
on that.
wasn't on film or
No, it doesn't exist. Not on Facebook. She's from...
I can't believe this is the first thing we're doing.
Well, it's important. It's
Yeah.
from Malvern. Is there a city?
Malvern?
Called... Yeah. Is
I
there?
think that's up north. I think because
I don't know.
I think she's like
You should know.
like she's kind of like Scouse like. So I don't think she would be.
So
Why
point is, I was wrong.
How did you even come up with that name? Anyway,
But she was born in that county with the name that's really difficult to pronounce.
try it.
Worcestershire.
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 Yeah.
Isn't that a sauce? Isn't that a sauce?
Sauce.
That's a sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your British knowledge is coming
Yeah.
through strong
It's
here, John.
good. I put that shit on my pizza pops. It's really good.
What's a pizza pop?
Yeah.
What? Okay, it's not that great, but it's it's like
Is it another way to rape Italian culture?
you
Yes,
mean
another word.
you mean perfect it? They take I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No, they take dough and it's pretty much pizza fillings, pizza toppings in a pocket of dough.
Pizza pockets.
Yeah. cheese.
That's a small version of a calzone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mini that, but like shittier.
A calzino.
Yeah. And then people will sometimes put horse shit. How do you say that? How you say that?
Worcester? I couldn't find.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Oh,
Worcester.
Simone, you know what you gotta look up? Research it right now. When you get the chance.
Yes, boss.
Italian grandpa trying to say Worcester sauce. Did I just butcher it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What? I can't even say it now. No, you fucked it up so much. I can't now say it right.
Worcester shushu.
Worcester.
Worcester.
Sure. Let's test this out.
We gotta use this one drop of Worcester shusha.
Can you hear it?
We gotta use one just shusha. I don't know. One just star shine. One just shine. One just shishara. One just shusha.
Well, that's enough. That's enough. This is Gino De Campo from the future. Sounds like him.
I love Gino De Campo. Anyway, okay, so this podcast.
No tangents.
Well, I was like, yeah, let's not go off on tangents. Jokingly knew we would kind of later on, but not literally the first 10 minutes. So the idea.
I'm a loose cannon, okay?
Yeah, is I need to speak into the mic, not at the screen. So the point of this podcast is to do with the past and the future. So we're basically looking back on the past, see what's affected us, see what's made us us, looking on like landmarks and, pop culture and all this in between of like, because we're so obsessed with nostalgia right now. Everything's coming back. And I thought, hey, let's make a podcast about it. So
sounds like a great idea.
Great idea. Thanks. And so we'll set ourselves little goals. We'll have guests on each episode to set them goals for their future. We talk about their past and we get to know them a little bit whilst knowing ourselves.
That sounds really deep.
Yeah. And then we'll go off on tangents like Cher Lloyd and Worcestershire sauce. Like hopefully we'll figure this shit out.
Yeah. We'll get to the end of it.
Yeah.
Without dying first.
I mean, that's a bonus.
Yes.
If we die.
To be honest, I pray for death every day.
Okay, let's
I'm
move
just
on.
kidding.
No, let's go deeper in this episode. Let's talk about death for the next hour.
I can say, I have segment music. This is so fun. Okay, I forgot what these are, but
that's great.
So our first segment is called "What the Fuck Happened This Month." Wait, they're fucked up. Okay, do it again. What happened last month? What? Yeah. Okay, that's the music.
I want a wig. I want something to dance in.
Because it's past. You get it. You get it. Because it's past music.
Yeah, it's a classical.
And so, okay, what happened in October, guys? What happened? What were the highlights in October? What happened to you, Simone? First, let's go to the Italian boy first.
I'm not prepared. October, this month. What happened? Nothing really.
Oh, good.
Nothing really. Well, interesting. I kept working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on a TV series. I mean,
can you say what it is? I
can say it's Killing Eve.
Oh, Killing Eve 2.
Second series of Killing Eve.
What's it about? What's the premise of the show?
Worldwide phenomenon that is Killing Eve.
Well, you should go online and watch series 1, and I cannot tell you anything about series 2 because I've signed an NDA.
Yes. You know it's a good show when you have to sign an NDA.
Yes. It's very good. So I'm enjoying. That's a highlight of my month, working on that series. I've been abandoned. Yeah, that's what I can talk about. Basically, I live in London with my partner and my sister. My sister left because she's going on tour with Les Mis. Oh. She's in wigs and makeup.
Wow. That's amazing.
She's in wigs.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a small town in the South Coast.
Yeah.
Wigs.
And my partner has left to go and work in Manchester or however you want to pronounce it. Worcester.
Manchester.
Manchester shooter.
I don't know.
Shire.
So he left. So I'm Monday to Friday. I'm on my own.
Aw.
Lonely.
Aw.
You can just listen to this podcast over and over again.
Yeah, that's what. Listen to my voice over and over.
Yeah. I have a friend, and it's myself.
I found a friend inside.
My only friend is me.
Yeah, that's the highlight of October. Being left, abandoned.
Pretty depressing.
Aw.
Yes.
Cool. So why did he leave? Did I miss that?
To work on a TV series.
Oh.
Because again, he's in wigs and makeup. So they
So
work.
he's an actor?
No, he's a makeup artist.
Oh.
And wig designer.
Did you say that? Did I miss?
No, I
Okay,
think
cool.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah. So that's
Okay,
it.
cool.
So that's it.
So your closest and dearest are both in wigs.
Yes, they are.
So
They-
I apologize for playing that music. If it's
yeah, felt I needed my wig. Not yet. So they work in the same industry. They studied at the same school. Yeah, basically my sister, a few years ago, we invited her over here because I've been living in London since 2010.
Wow.
And then when she graduated, and I said to her, why don't you come up? You do a course, you do like 3 months, you study English, and then you see what you feel about it and if
Yeah.
you want to stay. Fast forward to 6 years later, she was still living with us until last month. But yeah, it worked out. It wasn't the plan initially, but it happened.
And you're close, I guess.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We fight every single day.
Good.
We call each other names. How about you? Do
My-
you have siblings?
Oh yeah,
Do they live with you? Are they here?
Yeah, they're right upstairs. Shh. They.
I'm
I have
channeling them now. Sorry.
I have 3 young sisters. One is biological,
Mm.
and then 2 are like step. All three younger, all 2 years apart ish from each other. Yeah, kind of close to my biological one. Don't talk to my other 2 very much, but I
Yeah,
follow them on
DNA is a
Instagram.
very important thing for you.
Yes.
It's blood or nothing.
Because this is what's going to happen also throughout these podcasts. We're going to know each other because we
Yes.
don't know each other that
No,
well. We're
I kind of-
acquaintance.
Yes. I kind of, we should put some context into how we know
Exactly.
each other before anything else, probably. It's going great so
Because
far.
we're the most important people of this.
I'm excited.
If you don't like us, then there's no point listening to this shit, right?
You should just turn it off now.
Turn it off now. So we know each other because Simone hired me.
Yes.
He hired me.
Yeah. Please give details of this because it seems like
That's it. That's,
one night,
that's
one
the end of
lonely
it.
night in my hotel room.
end of the story.
I hired Craig.
Yeah. He hired me because he was like overworked
Yeah.
with.
No, I was gonna go
tasks.
somewhere to assemble something.
Yes.
So to step
You
up.
had to do something else. You were
Yeah,
stepped up. You were promoted.
I couldn't be bothered with
to
what I was
assembly
doing,
every
so I
time.
left you doing it.
Yes. So we're both in the TV industry and we both are in post production and we basically do the same job, but Simone is one step further
Well,
in
I
this
think we
career
are the
path.
same. We are the same step now. You're doing my same.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
see? Yeah, see?
Shut up, Joel. And yeah, so he was like promoted for a little bit on this wonderful show called Ackley Bridge,
Yes.
which is really,
It's
really good.
Yeah.
Look it up on all 4. And yeah, so I was in Toronto at the time, so we were phone calling.
I think we
Whilst I was in
started
Toronto.
Facebook and then
Yeah,
I think I called you.
Yeah.
When you were there.
Yeah.
Thinking you were probably in London and then just assuming you were there, but you don't know you were.
yeah, I'm just at the other side of the ocean.
Exactly.
Don't mind me. But then I came back.
But that's destiny for
Destiny. Nice. And that's how we know each other. So we worked each other for a bit, and then you
but this
fucked
was
off.
just to put some context. It was a few months ago, even less than that. Was it?
When was it? May? No, it was May.
It was
right?
probably May. Yeah, May.
Yeah,
May.
And then we gone on like a house on fire, and then he left me. And then he came back for a bit, and then I left him.
Yes.
And then
The story. Yeah, this theme of abandoning people is recurrent in this podcast. It's great. You want to have a nice hour?
Yeah.
Fun for an hour? No.
we're talking about people who left us and broke our hearts.
Yes.
But now we're rekindled
that
and
will be for
we
later.
work in London. You know, we usually work in Soho, so we're
Yes.
always a road away.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we can visit each other. We're neighbors.
Yes,
Yeah.
and visit each other's work and chat and bitch.
Well, you're lazy, so I always visit
But
you.
This is true.
You never came to my.
I know. I'm
office.
afraid of going to new places. that's another episode.
Yes.
Let's talk about fear.
Bring me on that one for that one.
Great about fear. He disproves anything about fear. It's all about love.
I'm a fear dispeller.
Yeah, with the click. I was going to say you can't see this, but we're recording this, which is fun. Cut that bit.
Yeah, I cannot. what you're seeing on your laptop?
He did the sassy
the diva move.
black girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I cannot see anything. I'm blind.
I feel like you need to be famous then if you're like a blind editor.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my thing.
that's
I
like
feel
talent.
a shot.
You feel the edit.
Yes,
Oh my
I
God.
feel the moment and just drives me like a spirit. Craig is drinking wine just to.
I'm drinking the wine.
Yeah.
Just calm his nerves.
Yes.
Yes, it helps. It's gross wine, but it's my medicine.
No, it's really nice.
So yeah, that's how we know each other. What were we talking about before that?
We're in a segment, Craig. We're in a segment.
We're in past.
Talking about October, so you have to give your side of the story.
Oh,
what
yeah.
your
So
October was like.
My October, I'm working also on a TV show called The Durrells,
Yes,
season 4, last series.
a really good one.
A really good one. Catch that on ITV Hub
Or Netflix.
On Netflix. It's on Netflix. Yeah. That's the majority of mine. I moved to Twickenham Studios,
Yes,
which is very nice.
after your little flat at
Yes.
the top of that building.
Awful. Well, it's
Oh.
not. It's not awful. It's
You have to
it's
go
just a
back.
lot.
And maybe the people working there will hear this. It's a great place.
It's a great place. It's just a lot of stairs, and they know that because I complain daily
about the stairs. Yeah.
about the stairs.
Is it like the water cooler talk? Like every time you're at work and it's like Wednesday and it's like, oh, it feels more like a Thursday. Like like it's just the same thing that every week they're just like, oh, like the stairs, you know?
Pretty much, but there's not many people that work there. It's just like me and one other guy.
Oh.
So the chat is very minimal.
Yes.
Until I go back there after Christmas.
Oh.
But yeah, that's one thing. Many pop culture things happened though.
Oh, yeah. This October.
Yeah,
Or any October.
and this October.
Okay.
Talking about the present
Okay. Present.
October. Yes. Doctor Who came back.
Oh, yeah, the new Doctor
The
Who.
new Doctor Who.
You know, I've never seen Doctor Who.
Same.
Will it be
Actually, I lied.
We get a sound effect that go mwah, mwah, mwah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Next job.
You're welcome.
I don't have sound effects.
I'll try and
I
find it.
lacked.
I'll try and find it.
I lacked
No,
the sound.
guys, I'll just play the role of sound effects and
Yes,
We're
yes,
good.
please.
But
We're
Simone
good.
needs to have a job.
he does. He's the researcher.
So yeah, Doctor Who is back and ready for business. That threw me off. Getting up threw me off.
Ready for probing.
Yeah, and Joel hasn't seen it either, so at least you share that.
Well, I saw
yeah.
that one episode, The Weeping Angel.
Oh yeah, I showed him the best episode,
Which
Have you seen
is.
that? Blink.
No,
Weeping
I haven't seen
Angels.
a single
God-
episode. So
God damn it!
no, I've tried to watch the first one of the when they restarted the series,
Yeah.
when they rebooted it. I think I fell asleep after.
Simone, I'm telling you right now, Simone, all you need to watch is the Blink episode, and it'll get you on it. Like you'll see, you'll suddenly understand why like people are into it and what
Yeah,
the
no, I'm sure there
series
is a reason.
and what the series has to offer. Like you can already see like through that episode a lot more, and it'll
That could be
intrigue
my-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about the sex change?
The she's amazing. Jodie's amazing. I watched Broadchurch
Yes,
with her
it was
in,
great.
which
It was
is
great.
amazing, and she's amazing. The writing is awful, and Joel has a mug saying "Top 10 Problems with Women," which is great. Whilst we're talking about female empowerment,
I know.
And
That's why I'm laughing. Like, because I picked up this mug today. I like saw it in the cupboard, and I was just getting coffee before I came on here with you guys, and I was like, wow, this mug's pretty terrible. And if it came up, endless shopping.
Wow. Was it made in
1953?
Guess the second one.
Stays in the kitchen.
Intuition is always right. That's one of the problems with that's the second.
That's one of the problems
with women.
Wow.
3, overacting.
Wait, well, let's guess. Simone, you guess the
3.
The third one.
third one.
What is this for guessing? Sorry.
Problems with women.
Problems with women.
Should be a monthly segment. Problems with women.
I have many. Problems with women. They're women.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me.
Right.
Okay, no. But just listen to how ridiculous this mug is. 3, overpacking for everything. 4, asking how do I look. 5, frequent sudden and unexpected mind changes. 6, talk too much. And then there's a picture of a phone. It's like blah blah blah.
Is that mug about me? Maybe?
And then 7.
Also, were you putting the mug towards the microphone and not the camera? Just
He was like, look, and then like doing.
Wow. Yeah, it's not how video is.
Thinking.
Well, St. Clair hasn't said. Well, that's my name because I'll call him like that. He hasn't told us it's October.
Yeah, October.
Wait, are you done, Craig? I feel like you had something else to say.
Sorry.
I mean,
But
Black Ops 4 came out.
Well, I'm curious. Oh, Black Ops 4.
I know
video games.
Yeah, I know Red Dead Redemption just came out,
Yes.
which I haven't played the first one, so I'm like, I don't know.
I haven't played
Like,
the first one.
literally, my Facebook feed is just literally everyone playing that game.
That's
right
something
now.
I can do.
Actually, everyone's posting the loading because you have to install. Like, it's the biggest
The biggest file to
file
install on your
for like a
PS4.
game ever. So it's like everyone's just like, I haven't even seen anyone play it. It's literally just like everyone's screen.
It's like 16%. 2 days to go.
And now 18%. I'm going to do another Insta story about this. It's now 19%.
Boomerang. 1920.
Yes.
That bar moved an inch.
That sounds like something I can do in my lonely nights. Play Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Sauce. You know what I'm itching to play? They put on. I was at a Halloween party last night, and they put on Dawn of the Dead. And I was just thinking about Dawn of the Dead's a fucking awesome movie. Have you guys ever watched it?
Oh yeah,
Simone?
Nope.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Really old movies. This you'll find.
Oh my god,
it's pretty old.
It's so good.
How old is Dawn of the Dead, Simone? Researcher.
It's 2006, I think. Or 2004. Sorry. But it made me think about the game Last of Us that I started playing with you.
Yeah,
it's a really good game. I played that one.
I really want to get into it. Like, I really want to start it.
Can we say it's 2004?
2004?
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Roger, Alpha, and Bravo.
Yes.
Yeah, and but you were talking about video games as well, and I was thinking about like The Last of Us and how I really want to get into that. And like, you guys have played it.
It's a great game.
It's one of the best. Top 10. On my top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. Yeah. It's just like story. It's just like it's story.
That's it.
What about it?
That's the best review the game had. That's a story.
That's my next section. Craig's game reviews. This is Last of Us. Story. 5,000.
Where's the moment that you guys were like, whoa, like this is an amazing game? Like, what part in the story? Out of curiosity.
When I cried. As soon as I cried. Of course. You didn't?
No. I don't cry.
Like it's like the first 10 minutes of Up. It's just like the first 20 minutes of Last of Us is like
when the daughter
heartbreak. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to pull the headphones out because I didn't want to hear it. Just give me a thumbs up when.
But we played the first 20 minutes. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know the end, dude.
No, we're saying the First 20 minutes was the most.
It's quite intense.
Yeah.
But I cannot. Yeah, that's a problem of mine. I cannot cry at things. The only time I cried is when Dr. Green died in ER. Have you ever watched ER?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, that was. I was very young. I was a child and I cried. And then, did you watch Dawson's Creek?
No.
Oh
God, my God. Well, I can. Yes, that one.
Have you seen it?
No.
Are you that younger than me? That you didn't watch when you were like everyone watched it when I was a child, but maybe in Italy, maybe not here. Maybe that's the point.
I know it was big.
It's quite big here. I think.
Yeah, it was big in Canada for sure.
Well,
look at us,
The main
guys.
character dies at the end.
Guys,
And
we're
I
so
cried for that.
international. Holy shit.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Space and
We need diversity, even though we're all male, but it's fine.
Well, next guest.
We're not
Whatever.
straight, so that's one tick.
Yeah, minority. We're
Yeah.
part of a minority.
Yeah,
That's
all of
great.
us. I mean, Italians are a minority as well.
Yes.
Um,
Imagine.
I just had to make sure to like put you down a bit. know your place, Simone.
My pizza pod. What was it? I'm here eating my pizza pod.
Yeah. What was it? Pizza Bite? What was it at? That was my October. Video games, new Doctor Who, job.
We'll realize probably this is a therapy session. We'll realize we're very sad people by the end of it. Just
I mean, Joel's much more exciting.
Oh yeah.
Joel, tell us about your October.
I mean, the past leading up to October, I went through a lot, just like an inner journey. But people ask me like, "Oh, what have you been doing like this past like month or something?" It's like there's like a bit of shame where I'm still trying to like, I'm still on the job hunt and like I'm working at currently like, a costume store while I find something else, and I find myself like feeling like a bit of judgment just because I'm like 26, graduated, working at a costume store temporarily while I'm trying to find something bigger, or something to help me put me in a place where I can work towards something bigger. And just like, I don't know, October for me has just been like a month of realizations. And it's also been pretty wild. Like, I'm working at this costume store and like just the people there are
I was
just
going to say that's a dream job.
for now.
Can you try the costumes?
Yeah, but I mean I joke around and like just it's fun when you're just like there's no one on the floor and like you're putting on like masks and like just joking around with your coworkers, but it's people on around Halloween are like savages. Like they're like Black Friday shoppers in the US, like trampling each other at Walmart, but like Canada and Halloween, like that's what it's like.
That sexy cut outfit.
Yeah.
I need to get that sexy cut outfit.
Honestly, it's so funny. Like literally, it's like there's two groups of people. The girls that with girls, it's like the girls that come in there like, I just want to be sexy. I was just like building this girl. Okay, this is how I sell people. This girl comes in, she's like, I just want to be something sexy, and I was like just trying. I was like, I always try to push people to like go out of their comfort zone, and I was like, you know what, like why do you want to be that? And she's like,
Oh,
oh,
be
like,
a sexy cat.
yeah. I was like, you because she's like, I just really like.
I want to be a slut.
Yeah, literally, that was the conversation, and she's like, I like this bodysuit. I like that it shows my legs, and I want to show my pretty face. I was like, girl, like, you show your pretty face every day.
Sounds like my worst nightmare.
I was like, you show your pretty face every day. I was like, Halloween's like the one day you get to like become someone you're not and just like have fun, try a new hairstyle, wear something wacky, like just be like out there. Like, what's something that truly inspires you? And most people can't answer that question, and it baffles my mind. And it's just like so. You know what I mean? Like, people are just so robotic and fixated on like things like being sexy when like I think like the people that really stand out and like really get like that good energy is like the people who like selflessly just like, I want to be a hot dog, or like, you know what I mean?
Those are the
Like,
best.
like
Halloween costumes with an idea behind and just fun.
And I was just like, yo, like, look at this wig right now. Look how fun that dress is. Like, why not be an alien? Why not be like this? Why not like, You know what I
She
mean?
wanted to be a cat. You
No.
ruined the party, basically.
No, homegirl.
Yeah, it's a cat-themed party.
No, the worst
be an
part-
alien. Be a
the,
cowboy.
The worst part was that she didn't even know what she wanted to be. She didn't even know if she wanted to be a cat or anything because she was like, I just really like this black bodysuit. I just want to work with this to show off my legs. And I was like, which is like, I'm all for, but you could always even, like, what stops a girl from wearing something to show off? Which stops a girl from wearing that on a daily basis? You know what I mean? If you're going to a club, you can wear a bodysuit. Like, girl, just do it, you know?
So by the end of the session, you forced her to buy like a sheet, like
Like a massive, like a baggy.
I told her, you know what?
What did she end up?
I told her, you know what? Like, I really care about you. I have this creative idea, and I just went home and cut 2 holes in a sheet, and I just gave her that. And I was like, you're a ghost.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
It works.
She just wanted to spend 5 minutes in a costume shop. She ended up being there 2 hours.
Yeah. Good waste of
with
time.
this guru. No, I'm joking. It was great.
I was actually a guru. Do you ever watch Recess? The show Recess?
Nope.
That's like
What's that?
That's like
Maybe.
That's like a childhood staple for me. Is Disney's Recess?
The cartoon where the
I think I watched it.
yeah.
It's literally the whole.
Let me do my intern research job so that I can check a picture.
Yeah, if you search Guru Kid, I dressed up as him for like an event.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite shows, but the problem is it was in Italian. It was called something different.
What was it called?
It was it was called I ragazzi della ricreazione or something like that.
Wow.
So the boys of recess time.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna Google
Are
this.
you
Boys of
sure?
Recess.
'Cause that wouldn't make sense because the there's like
The boys of recess time.
It was called ricreazione. So just the Italian word, just the translation of recess.
What was it?
Ricreazione.
guys. I just checked. I just
Try it, Craig. Say it.
Worcestershire.
Well,
Well, I'm making a bit of effort to speak your language. You should be.
I mean,
Make a bit of effort to speak mine.
This is an English podcast.
But that's like, but that I feel like that logic.
Secret Brexiteer coming out.
Yeah.
I feel
Anyway,
yeah.
good story.
That was your October. Good. But you're on a better path and you're teaching women not to be sluts.
No, not I'm definitely I'm a slut enabler, but I'm just saying like I think that people are better than fixating on the idea to feel the need to feel sexually desired.
That's another dream job. Slut enabler.
You're a costume shop assistant and a slut enabler. It sounds like a dream.
Sounds perfect.
Why are you complaining?
No, I just mean like if some girl like comes up to me is like, oh, should I feel like a slut because this is that? I'd be like, no, like, everyone. Okay, the most annoying part about working in a costume store is like everyone comes like because you're a Halloween store specifically. People come in expecting you to have every fucking Halloween costume that exists. It's like, do you have like this person's like headband from the show like this? And it'd be like the most niche thing you could think of. And it's like, no, we don't.
But you did have David S. Pumpkins though, which I appreciate.
Well, actually, that's not even like specifically like David S. Pumpkins. It just looks like it. It's just a pumpkin suit. So who knows? Maybe
That's a fake. Fake. You're saying fake costumes.
That's what his is though, isn't it?
Yeah. But I would say it's not like officially like
a set.
Yeah.
Stamp.
You're right.
Yeah.
So is there something this month that has like impacted you in some sort of way? Did you watch a certain film or show?
I watched
something that was like, whoa, man.
the second series of Big Mouth.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's so good.
It's amazing. Series 1 was already great.
Mm.
But
I feel like it's written by like a computer program because it's too like the jokes are sometimes too perfect. Like I feel like it uses like an algorithm to figure out jokes, and then they make it on the show.
Is it like that, Simone?
I think it's still a person writing it, but yeah, it might be. Yeah, because some of them are perfect. Like they are maybe they're just really good at writing TV series. No, it's a great show. It's on Netflix. Craig, you should watch it if you haven't.
I've watched a few, and Joel has shown me a couple.
It's
I do like. No,
you have to accept the reality of like it's just weird, and that like there's a hormone monster that exists.
Weird doesn't bother me.
Okay, but yeah, but it's also like I don't know. It's like I could see why you were like pushing it away.
Yeah, it's crazy, but once you accept the craziness of it, I think it's really good, and I think it's stuff that we can relate to because I think everyone has gone through some of those. I mean, I didn't have a period when I was a
period
child.
monster.
Yes, but I can relate to a lot of what happens there.
And it's super fun. I mean, hormone monster.
A female version of the hormone monster.
Yeah.
It really just puts things into perspective. Like it really just says like we're all like we're all a little gay. We're all had like weird sexual thoughts and like growing up and like experienced weird things and like it's really just like blowing the things that we push down and might feel guilt and shame about and really like shows us that we're all just a bunch of weirdos. Like
Yes, we are. I can testify. I can totally agree.
On behalf of all weirdos in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch something that you really liked in October?
That impacted me.
That changed your life forever.
Life. I did watch. I don't know how to say it. Like Black's KK's Sman.
Black Swan.
No.
The Spike Lee.
The Spike Lee.
The
film.
new. Yeah.
I watched that and I can't remember.
With a K, with the KKK in the title.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Like it's so weird because it's just about a black man infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan. He's a police officer in the whenever that stuff happened. Wow.
Go to research.
And I mean that'd be great. And and it was.
Can you spell it for me?
It's weird. It's like Black's KKK. No wait, it's Black's Klux Klan.
Found it. Google help me. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to even try. I mean,
I don't know.
Klansmen.
Yeah. But what's really, it's just, again, it's like, it just says so much about today. They made it for today because the final, like the film ends and then there's like a 10-minute thing about like the Charlottesville riots and it's exactly the same as what it was like how many years ago. Like,
it's the same, repeats all the time.
It's a repeat and it's about this, the leader of the KKK and whatever. And he was just, bringing, white America back. And then I didn't realize that he was still alive and he was still in charge of it. And he was like the leader at Charlottesville as well. And it's like, Trump wants this, Trump wants that. And it's like, this is like the sequel to that film. Like what's happening now is like,
wow.
Yeah. Everything.
Like KKK man.
I mean, it's quite clear looking around ourselves at the moment that no one learns from
their mistakes and history repeats itself all the time. It's scary.
But just the way it's like made as well is just a bit fucked. Like the editing is like really weird. Like there's like a load of jump cuts. To go into this.
It's interesting. It's interesting what you said, Simone, just now. Like how it's like repeating itself. I find too, like personally, like us as people, like when we don't learn our own personal lessons, like we just repeat the same cycle and not even sometimes are conscious of it.
Yeah, it's so easy to just end up being the same circle.
Yeah, and
all the time. You think, oh yeah, I've grown up. I know.
And you can see it happening, like not just on like a micro scale with like yourself, but like on a macro like level with like society and like certain issues. Like there's just people that just haven't learned, Yeah,
you can just instantly tell why they made it. But it's so refreshing because it's like, oh, then it's, not all of the cops are bad. Adam Driver's in it and he's like one of the good guys.
I love him.
Yeah, he's really great. And it's just it's just fascinating just the way they portray it. Cut us out. Yeah, it's just fuck. Like, I didn't really like it.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
No, I didn't really enjoy it. I kept like phasing in and out, but like the last 10 minutes, and it's like the Charlottesville footage. I was like,
now I get it.
Now it makes sense. Like, now I know why you made it, because it's happening again. Or had happened again. But it's the same shit, and it's fucked. And this is supposed to be a happy podcast. Literally talk about KKK. Yeah, but that's like, it did impact me because I'm still thinking about it, and I kind of want to rewatch it just to have a thing. I'm just trying to do the best films of this year, because I'm neglecting my films.
Oh yeah, that's something that
I'm just like TV. So I'm just like, seeing all like the best movies of 2008 so far.
That's a great thing, because
yeah.
I cannot remember the last time I went to the cinema. It's just crazy. We should be there all the time.
I know.
And in the end, you don't go to the cinema.
No.
It's
Oh, I was gonna say, have you seen Venom?
No.
Oh, damn it. Never mind. Okay, cut that out.
Yeah. That won't be in the list. I will fly past straight there.
Oh, it was so the
not an Oscar contender.
Yeah, the writing was pretty bad. Like, some of the lines in there, it was brutal. Anyways, I won't say anything because I don't want to ruin it in case anyone hasn't seen Venom yet.
I don't care enough.
Well, shall we put in your goal for next month
to watch Venom?
Yeah, why not?
I'd rather watch something of worth.
It shouldn't be easy, your task. It should be a difficult task.
Yeah, it should. It's like a mini challenge.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, you write that down. Okay, so have you seen anything that impacted you, Joel, or something in pop culture? Or
Yes. So, I mean, I'm dressed in part of my costume now. As I mentioned, I dressed up as BoJack Horseman for Halloween, and yeah, it.
Why, Joel? Why?
It's just a show that, like, it's so complex. Like, it's so real. It really just shows on a micro level, like the details of like life situations and like the complexities behind like what just seems like a simple scenario. And like through watching the show, you really just like gain perspective on like yourself and like maybe something you did in the past, or like the actions of other people, and it's like really like enlightening in that way. And it makes a really interesting point that like we're a result of like we're shaped by the result of like traumas passed down to us through our parents, and we don't think it affects us, but like it affects us in ways that we don't even realize. And like, but then here's the thing, while it seems really dark like that, it's like there's such silly like stupid humor. Like, I love the 90s references in it. And there's like I used to be obsessed with like ska music, which is like punk rock versus like reggae. And do you ever
I had a phase. I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
I would go every single Saturday to this place, and it would play. I didn't really like the music. But maybe it was just, I don't know. I don't know
just
why.
the atmosphere, or just the...
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I just follow my friends.
Yeah.
So I know all about ska music,
Yeah.
but I really like it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like on reflection, or at the time you just knew you didn't like it? Or now you're like, what the...
Maybe I was already aware that something was wrong with it. Like the way I was perceiving it. It wasn't like I wasn't enjoying it as I should have.
But now reflecting on it, probably that's not my type of music.
It's interesting because it's like, what opened me up to ska music was actually your friend Michael, Craig. Me and him had a talk about it. Like, the Digimon movie soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks of all time, and I know he would 100% agree with me.
And that was Joel.
Yeah, I know.
We'll see you next week.
Seriously,
there's a problem with
no. I'm telling you, like, you watch that movie
just Digimon.
If you watched,
Digimon. I know Digimon, like, but I.
But it's crazy.
For some reason,
It's crazy how one thing could just impact your life. Like, for me, it was watching that movie and seeing ska music align so well within that movie, and being in theaters and with that, that childlike wonder of the world, and like it was something so new to me that I hadn't heard before, hadn't seen before, and I just got an attachment to like that type of music. And then like seeing like me associating that with like nostalgic period in my life, and then watching BoJack Horseman in 2018 and seeing references to that period in time makes me just go, oh, like I relate. I relate. I just relate to it so much.
This podcast is working.
Yeah, I just relate to it so much, and like there's just like the whole show is about a 90s, like a guy who was famous in the 90s, and now he's in the future, and he's looking.
Have you seen it, Simone?
And he's looking back on the 90s of when everything was like so great, and then can't see, you know what I mean? He's just miserable in his life now. And it's almost like I'm just realizing this metaphor now is that it's almost like literally our generation. Like we look back at the 90s and hold on to those nostalgic moments, and then we're trying to figure out ourselves in the world today. And it really paints a picture of like how like
I think that's why it's so popular, is because of that.
I think honestly I do think so. And I like, but I think it's funny because it's like also why while it's real and true, it's like so funny to like recognize that like the characters are animals too. Like there's humans, there's like animal people, and it's just so funny, like the stupid little things like make me laugh.
Because they were probably like, we need to make this animated.
Yeah.
We can't do this in real life.
Why are we justifying?
Yeah, this won't be successful as a live action. Let's make everyone an animal.
But there's like funny moments like this. Like there's like this chick who was in a coma for like 30 years.
That's a woman.
Well, she's also an owl, and
she's okay. I'll let
she's like an owl woman, and she's been in a coma for 30 years, and so she's obviously interacting with BoJack, and BoJack talks to her like expecting her to know he expects everyone to know who he is because he's like BoJack Horseman, right? He's like this famous 90s celebrity, and he's like, oh, like I'm BoJack Horseman, and because she's an owl, she's like, who? Like her head like turns around, and he's like, oh, like BoJack Horseman. She's like, who? And then her head keeps turning, and I like at that point is when I like lost it and like started crying, laughing, and it's just so stupid. It was just because it was so serious, and I didn't expect that, to come out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, and I just like if you really pay attention to it, like you can really fall in love with that show. It's like so amazing. Yeah.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. Yeah,
but
yeah.
You have to be in the right mindset for it.
I know, that's the thing. Like I try to watch it so many times, and like it is a really depressing show.
Is it?
But it's really funny. So you just have to
power through it and just
That's like most American things as well.
Yeah. Just it has to be the right time for you to watch stuff. I mean, Game of Thrones, I didn't like the first couple of seasons. And then, should I watch it? Everyone thinks it's
another
great.
Penis.
Yeah.
Oh. Sick of these penises.
Yeah. But yeah, then after that, it just, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't, yeah.
Okay, now, landmark segment.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
Can we wait until the explosion?
I felt like
We can do it.
I felt like Sandstorm was going to start playing.
It might.
You never know.
You never know with this podcast. I can with a flick of a button, I can play the rude. So this section is like, what is what has reached a milestone this month?
Yeah.
Okay. But because it's Halloween, we're doing landmark Halloween things.
Ah.
Okay. So instead
You didn't tell me that.
October, I'm surprising you. So,
but maybe mine will work with
I
that.
don't understand. I don't understand. Explain it to me.
So it's like, what has reached a landmark that has affected us, or culture,
Okay,
society? What's
an event that maybe happened, I don't know,
or
30 years ago.
Yes, like what has that
an anniversary?
Yes, something like that.
Like but Halloween themed.
Halloween themed.
Like,
Halloween.
give me an example. You guys go.
Well, I'm gonna, fuck. Okay, so Beetlejuice.
Oh
He's
my
30
god!
years old.
I was just
Is
gonna.
it?
I was thinking that. That's so crazy.
Beetlejuice is
Please don't say it another time. It might
13.
appear. You said it twice. Or did you say it 3 times already?
Say
Oh
it.
my god.
I'm fucking sad. I want to meet Michael Keaton.
Such a great movie.
30.
Dale.
This
He's a Dale.
Elad, come and me want to go racist. Okay. That's 30.
30 years.
That affected.
That's also depressing at the same time.
This is the
Because I was
depressing
already
part.
alive when it came out.
Yeah, we weren't.
Do you want to just rub it in a bit?
Sorry. Yes. How old are you for our listeners? What? What is that?
32.
Oh, that's fine.
I was born in
You're on the
1986.
You're on the right side of 30, at least.
Thank you very much.
Is that at all helpful? But yeah, that's. I mean, you obviously watched it. We all watched it, right?
There's so many good
I'm not
things
gonna lie.
about
I watched
so
it for the first time this past week. But
Really?
I've had it on in the background, and it was always, I associate it with Halloween all the time, and like the commercial and that song, and like I've sat down and watched it, but then always got distracted, but never sat down and just purely watched it, and I did it for the first time, and
Funny thing was, I was so scared by it when I was a child. It was really funny.
As a child, yeah.
As a child, it was really, really scary. I mean, when they go in that desert with that worm,
Yeah,
it was
that's
really
instantly what I
scary.
thought about.
And
It was
and-
Tim Burton,
Yeah.
isn't it? So it's just like surreal nonsense.
Yes, but then watching it again later on is so great.
Yeah.
So great. Miss Argentina. I mean,
Mhm.
a friend of mine went like dressed as Miss Argentina last Halloween, and
Nice.
she was great.
Yeah.
All green and with the red wig. Yeah, no, it's
Did she
great.
go to a costume shop?
Yes, she came in the
Did
shop
she
and she
ask
said,
for it?
"I want to be a slut."
No, sorry. You have to go as Miss Argentina. You have to,
I feel it, I
embrace.
feel it, I
I
feel
feel
it.
for you.
I
I
feel
can see it in
your-
your face, in your eyes. The spark of Miss Argentina from Beetlejuice.
That's awesome.
Do you want to know what's also?
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, my turn. So in 1998,
Yes,
so it's
20 years ago.
20 years ago,
Yes.
the first episode of Charmed.
No.
Yes.
Fuck, I missed that one.
You see, even without
Yes.
knowing, it's Halloween because they were witches. They were witches.
They were witches.
Did you
That's
watch the
awesome.
show?
I did.
Did you know
yeah.
the show? Yeah.
And it's one of those shows that's always on repeat
Oh yeah, all the time.
all the time.
It's
on,
like Friends or
yeah,
yeah.
it's on like our cable here for you American chums. Yeah, it's it's just always on. I never watched it concurrently.
Oh no, I watched it all every single week. I was tuning and
really.
yeah.
I was
it
never
great.
at that point, but it was just such an easy show.
It's easy. It's super easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite. It's probably rubbish.
What do you think about the reboot?
I haven't. I decided not to watch it.
Mhm.
Like I made a decision and just said no, I'm not going to watch it
Cool.
because I don't think it's gonna. Probably, yeah, it's not. Gonna,
Apparently, it's quite good.
is it?
Yeah,
Is it though?
I've read reviews.
Hmm.
Apparently, it's quite good.
as good as it was. I mean, the original trio, the original sisters, and then
Well,
Alyssa,
then
Alyssa
the
Milano.
second-
Yes, and I can spoil it. Like you can do spoiler after 20 years. One of them dies, like Shannon
Replacement.
Doherty. Like yeah.
But then it wasn't so good. I remember it wasn't that great afterwards.
Well, for me, it was still great. I quite enjoyed it. I really liked Leo, the white angel that married Piper. Yeah, I really liked
These
him.
references are lost. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was their
Specific
white angel protecting them, and then
Right.
ended up marrying one of them. So you see, like
Wow.
a on the job love relationship.
How long did it run for? It ran for
I
ages, didn't it?
think
Research Simone.
I think it was like 9 seasons.
Research that shit.
eight
8
seasons.
seasons. Jesus wept.
Yeah, at the end it was a bit.
Jesus.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Joel? Have you seen-
No, I have no idea. No, I'm so sorry.
It's about witches and
San Francisco.
witchcraft in San Francisco and Book of Spells. There was a big book.
One of what's
remember?
really weird
demons.
is that I keep recently I started watching the new what is it? The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Ah, Sabrina. Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that yesterday, and it was really interesting. Like, one, because witchcraft. Two, I keep meeting people who literally identify as witches lately. Like,
If you can hear
like,
That's
the rain outside.
Yes, it's just the sound effects that I accidentally played from my computer. But did you watch the original show?
I watched the original
Sabrina?
show like every now and then, and it was like, it's just so weird because it's such a like sitcom, right? And then
this is supposed to be quite different.
Yeah, this is like
the new one.
This is like
Riverdale.
I was just about to say, like, what Riverdale on Netflix is to Archie Comics, this is to Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, Sabrina's Archie.
Yeah.
No, but Sabrina, the original series, it was great. The cat was great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was called
Nick
Salem.
Nick Baker
Was
it the voice?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. But I mean, the fakeness of it, like, it was just
No, but it was like perfect fakeness.
yeah. It's just
It was like a puppet.
It was just,
But like the early seasons had him just as a cat and would just talk.
Yeah.
Like with the voiceover. Didn't have him
yeah.
animatronic or whatever.
Yeah.
Which sucked. But then that was one series that I just, because I had Nickelodeon as a kid, so it was just like always on there and obsessed. Like so obsessed. With Harvey.
And when Britney released Crazy.
Yes.
With Sabrina.
Jesus,
such a crossover.
Just, but why was
I don't know why.
it was just a crossover of the 90s.
Yes.
That's what it was. It's like, what's the most popular female?
Let's just put them together.
Yeah. But then she was in the video.
She was in the video. Yeah. It was
a crossover.
Proper crossover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know if Britney ever appeared on the show though.
No, she. Yeah.
Did she?
I think.
It's
she
a
must
vague
have.
memory.
Yeah, she must have.
Probably she did.
Talking of which, good segue. Britney's first single came out
Really?
20 years ago.
Wow. In October.
Like last week it came out.
So when Charmed aired.
What a good month.
Yes, it was a great month.
Hit Me Baby One More Time came out 20 years ago.
Oh, again.
Is that depressing?
Why?
It's
Yeah.
really depressing.
It's all depressing. Shall we just change the subject of this podcast? It's really depressing. I feel very old.
But
tonight.
it's like what impact it made. Like obviously that music video was huge. Like costumes for days.
Everyone would go dressed as Britney.
Yeah.
And then when
when
Britney appeared, did you remember this show on MTV, Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yes, the claymation thing.
Yes, yeah. It was such a great show, and then Britney appeared on it. I think dressed as that video, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
she was probably disemboweled or something like something very gory.
Chair hit.
Yeah, but I think that's iconic. Or yours is way better than mine. Britney.
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm just so disappointed in myself. One of the day of October is Pasta Day. Just to let you know.
Great.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the day, but it was Pasta Day. So
like pasta as in food.
Pasta. Yeah.
Not as in the pasta.
Not pasta. No. Pasta, the food.
Right.
So carb, the day for carbs and stuff. On 40 years ago, 1978, 16th of October.
Yep.
John Paul II was elected Pope.
Wow.
This is my Italian heritage. And that's all I know about it. It's just I researched. I don't know anything. And if I say anything about the Pope, probably lightning will strike me.
Maybe.
So, because of my sins. But that's a historic event.
Nice.
Just because we're talking about Halloween and Britney Spears, I feel the need to tell you about the drag show I saw recently, where it was a Halloween themed drag show, and this drag queen who's like, you can tell is like a big boy out of drag, larger fella.
I wondered that was going.
And
big boy. Yeah, okay.
Like wearing like a dress, and so it was like draping over like his knees, and you could see like from the calf like down, like knee down. And everyone was looking at him perform, and you were looking at him, you're like, there's something under that dress. But it just looked like he was really big, because he was just like, big dude, like 6'3", 6'5", like large and in charge.
Seems like you were a bit into him.
Yeah.
Like something under that dress. And all of a sudden,
his penis.
Like,
big boy? Was he really big?
Garrity, he
There
gives
is
birth.
something under that dress.
He gives birth on stage to this like skinny dude that like imitates giving childbirth, and it comes out, and then it's this guy who's like pretty much almost naked, like smeared in blood, like looks like he just came out of the womb, and he's wearing like a leather dog mask, and he's just like moving around, and like they're dancing to Hit Me Baby One More Time together, and I was like, yeah, sorry, I just had to share that because it was the most outrageous thing I've ever seen.
What kind of clubs you go to?
It was a bar.
Just a bar, regular bar, regular bar.
Yeah.
But it was like Halloween. This just wasn't a normal Tuesday.
That's a Joel's.
It was
bar.
It was called the Queens of Halloween, and it was drag queens coming together to compete against each other for $1,000, $1,000. And
$100,000.
Yeah. And they competed against each other.
We're fans.
We are.
Yeah. It was judged, and like they went hard. Like it wasn't just
Bring
them.
back.
It wasn't just them lip.
Sorry.
I love it. It wasn't just them performing to a song. It was like they made like a story to it. Like there's this one chick who she played like the Mummy audio, and it was like oh, there's an ancient evil that blah blah blah, like it's been awakened, and it was her, and then she was like this like mummified like vampire queen, and like the Mummy obviously, and then she had like backup dancers, and they choreographed like really good choreography to like different songs, randomly would go to like movie audio clips, and then the ending, this one chick in particular, she went to like God is a Woman, and she was like this vampire chick, and the choreography was like amazing.
Was she half
What?
owl?
Was she half owl?
Was she what?
Half owl.
Half owl?
Referencing your story.
Wait.
Before.
You call
Who?
her chick. There we go. Okay.
Who? Who?
Oh dear.
Who?
This is great.
Also, Child's Play is 30 years old. Child's Play.
Oh my god, yeah.
Chucky.
So many
The original
people.
Chucky film.
Chucky
Yeah.
the doll,
Yeah.
like the assassin doll.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, that's
30
that's the
years
problem.
old.
I don't know the English titles of a lot of stuff.
So I
Then
knew
this
it
is a
has...
fun podcast.
yeah. You were getting into when you said yes, you can be my co-host.
What's Chucky called in?
I think
Chucky.
it's just called. It's just called Chucky.
Oh, okay. So why didn't you know it?
Because
Or
you
the
said
Child's Play?
Child's Play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Chucky, I know what Chucky is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The assassin.
Yeah.
Sexy doll.
Oh wow.
Well,
We've
everyone-
unearthed something, people. Simone's into child play.
There's police outside, and he's
Yeah.
just going to put me into
Jail.
jail.
Siren effect.
Yes.
Sound effect.
Yeah.
on you.
It's actually really funny. There was like a animatronics like doll like that at the party I was at last night, and when you hit it,
Was it?
it like it was like Annabelle, but then when you hit it, it would say like really almost sounded like it was like
What's your favorite animatronic doll?
It was-
Mine is Jigsaw. I love the Jigsaw doll.
it was like
My
one
favorite.
it was one word away from like sounding really sexual. It was always like if it just ended every sentence. Yeah, exactly. If it ended every sentence with the word "daddy," it would have just been like a sexy doll. Like, come play with me.
Was it like one of those real looking sex dolls? Like one you
no,
can
no,
buy
no.
online?
It
No,
was-
Did it move?
It was like Chucky, but a shitty girl version of it. Like it was like
Wasn't there a
something you buy
sequel
at a store.
with a female Chucky? I think there was
Yeah,
a
Bride of
sequel.
Chucky.
Yeah, which coincidentally is 20 years old.
Ah.
That's crazy.
Bride of Chucky. Yeah, it came
10 years after.
Again in October. Sounds like there
Probably,
was a
I don't know.
plan.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, sounds like there was a
Halloween film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Halloween. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that's Halloween. Also, I forgot to say that it's kind of nice that the clocks went back last night.
Did they go? Is that for the entire world? Or is that just the UK?
Just for us, yeah.
I have the perfect. You have to wait. I just need
Why are you eating on a podcast, John?
Because I'm a fucking Taurus.
Get the food out of the packet.
This is my favorite sound effects I wanted to play.
Light
because
is
it's the clock.
coming to bring back everything to Taurus.
That's copyrighted. We can't use that.
Did they go back in Canada as well? Because I know that
No, they
some
have
places they do it next week.
Yeah, they have it later on, which is weird.
What's the point?
I don't know. I
Confuse
don't know
more
how that makes sense. But it's cool. Like we started this podcast
on the day when everything changed.
where everything changes,
Past
and also
time.
Spotify came out. Was released 10 years ago.
10 years.
This month,
Wow.
2008.
Really?
Spotify.
Yeah, crazy. And I've had it all that time. I think.
Really?
2009.
Like
yeah,
a premium
2009.
account. Do you have
No,
a
because
premium
it was always free.
Ah, okay.
Well, it was free for like a few years, and then
And then now
premium.
it's premium.
Yeah,
Do you have a premium account now?
of course. I live by it. I have like playlists from
Simone.
2009.
Really?
If you don't
Yeah.
have a premium account, I'm judging you.
I'm just.
Oh my
stingy.
god.
Yeah. I'm just a stingy bastard. I don't want to spend any money.
Okay, something I think about a lot, and I literally like.
But Craig will give me his password so I can use his
I've
premium account.
I've actually got a family account,
Perfect.
so I can literally add you if you
We'll
want.
be family by the end of this.
Next segment, it's meet the guest. Woo! Meet the guest.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
We're meeting the guest.
Isn't that what we did like 3 segments ago?
But we're asking our normal questions, like our typical questions, and we gotta be quick. Okay. Okay. Quick fire round. Joel. Okay. Okay. Where were you this time last year, October 2017? Where were you? Talking to the mic, if you would.
Oh, I don't even know. I had just gotten back from Taipei, Vietnam, and my perspective, mind paradigm had shifted on the world, and I came back trying to adjust with my new adopted way of thinking. That's where I was.
Okay, so you just got back from Taipei. You have a new lease on life.
Yes.
New lease. You were back in Toronto. You hate Toronto.
I don't hate it. Okay, here's the thing. I think actually this is something that BoJack really validated for me, is that I think your perspective of the world really shapes like where you are. And I found that like it didn't like the things I was experiencing, as much as free as I felt in Vietnam, and like just not with no sense of obligation to anything and no sense of time and where I had to be or any anxieties or anything like that. It was just so amazing to just flow in throughout the world. And I realized that like, you know, it just really doesn't matter where you are. It's more about the people that are around me and who I'm talking to. And like, yeah, like, I don't know. That's something I learned just through travel.
Were you traveling on your own at the time?
I was traveling on my own, and I was thinking back to like moments of like being in Canada. Like example, Montreal is a city I just absolutely love, and when I'm there, I'm always under that same. I'm on that same wavelength of I have nowhere to be. I'm just here. I'm just gonna go through the motions and just see where the wind takes me, and it just leads me to the highest of places and like meeting random people by chance, ending up at somewhere like that just helps my mind expand, create a new experience, do something that really pushes me out of my comfort zone and scares me. And I realize that like it's just you can bring that energy towards you just by like holding it in your head. It really just doesn't matter where you are. And like I don't know if that makes sense. Does it?
Yeah, no, I think you do.
It's just you never know where life can take you.
I mean, like Simone is like going into this like
blind, whereas I know all this shit. So it's like, does this make sense to you, Simone?
Yeah, no, I think
basically Taipei changed your whole.
Well, I mean, Craig, me and you like talked before I went to Asia, right? Who was I before, and who was I when I got back? You know?
Yeah, it was two different people basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was just, you know, I think we were both in a place of like, what the fuck are we doing? And then he went off, and then I think I came back here for a bit to work, and then you went off to Taipei, and then we both came back, and we were like, basically knew. I mean, I knew what I wanted, and then just had to make it happen. And that was basically to come back here.
Well, that totally resonates with me. Obviously, when I moved from Italy to the UK, I mean, it's clearly you have to. Yeah, your mindset has to change. You have to readjust to a different culture, a different, like, you don't have any more solid points around you where you can attach yourself to.
Like, how old were you when you?
2010. So I was. So it's like 8 years
Simone,
ago.
did you find being in the UK like things that wouldn't bug you back home? You were randomly like subconscious about things, like the way you talk, the way you presented yourself, like engaging with people, and like not getting like, you know what I mean? Like if you kind of like were in a social situation, like do you ever experience like an awkwardness of like?
Yeah. It's yeah. Sometimes it's just. Let me phrase it properly. No, but it would be much easier probably for me to relate to someone in Italy, like, because we have the same, like we have a common ground. If I meet someone new, we have references to the same thing. We probably grow up watching the same thing. So you have a lot of things in common you can use as a way to interact with the other person. So here, it's sometimes it's like that, but sometimes it's also refreshing because you meet people who are not coming from the same story.
In perspective, because it's like, I remember when I was there visiting the UK, I was really self-conscious that, like, you know, the cultural references were very different. I felt like I was just building a lot of blocks in my head mentally, but I realized that, like, you know, people who are open and like, you know, they're not gonna like judge me for not getting something, or like, you know, they could even be open to what I know that they're not open, or they haven't experienced before. And it's just like, I think it's like we're so in our head to want to like feel like we're a part of something that we like can sometimes overthink and lose the essence of who we truly are.
Yeah, I definitely felt like that in Toronto. I never felt home. I think that was a huge, you know, as a Cancerian.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, you know, home is super important to me. So if I don't feel home, if I didn't feel like I belong there, then I immediately want to escape.
But here's the thing: I think you can make anywhere your home depending on who you're around.
Toronto was not the place.
Yeah.
I believe that's for sure. But like,
that's why, like, I don't know. It's just like there's no shade to like your
like Amsterdam. I could live there.
I always think about that all the time.
No. Yeah, it's just like you can instantly know.
You know that it's a place where you can function. Like, it feels like But I mean, for me, it's like
it's quite difficult to like. I know that I have Italy as home, but now I have this as home as well.
And you feel like this is home?
Yeah, it's well? Like it's the really strange thing is, as soon as you're back in Italy, it feels like you haven't left. Like it's like you've left the day before and you just came back because everything is familiar. But then after a few days, you miss.
Totally missed that. I was really engrossed. Joel, do you mind?
So no. When I'm there, just after a few days, then I start missing what I have here. So it's just it's a strange place being an expat in a sense, because you,
especially in your 20s as well. That's a huge thing of like
is an important part of your life and is a defining period of your life.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, you can build a place that you can call home, even where it's not like even if it's not the place where you were born.
It's like I think your experience of a place can also be shaped by the people that are around you. Like, Craig, like when he tells me about his experience of Toronto, it's completely different than like the way I perceive Toronto because of the people I know that bring me to certain places and events that make me experience Toronto differently, and just also like the places I go in the city, the people and the crowds that I'm around. So like his perspective of Toronto is so different because it's who he was around. Probably.
Yeah, it's just the people, and I was like there for 3 years, and you've been there your whole life, so you've grown into the people you want to be with. So therefore, they function in the way like I want this out of Toronto, and you surround yourself with people who will, bring that out. So I want to go here, let's go here, and you have those friends that will do that. Whereas like I went there for like one person, and then relied on everything else. I was like, I need. I'm so into my career. I need a career. It's like, yeah, there's a career in Toronto. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's great. It's like up and coming. And it's like, is it? And I just didn't, it wasn't already set. Like I found like Toronto was just like building to something. Like it didn't know what it was. Like it was just like, is it New York? No. Is it like London? No. It was just like this weird.
It was almost
kind
for
of
yourself to figure things out.
Cities.
Yeah, and it's just like, they, just even like the transport and like the jobs and the, the people of the city, and it's just, it never felt right.
Yeah, I think probably also
it's really interesting.
To a place is very
important.
important.
It's really interesting you say that because like that's exactly how I feel right now, being here.
Yeah. Which brings into the next question. So, next question. That wasn't quick fire, but here we go. Well, this is probably like the most important part of the podcast anyway, so whatever. We'll cut out earlier bits. We'll cut out this bit. Shut up, Craig.
Hello, this is the podcast. So this is we're gonna start from now.
Yeah. Okay, so like, did you think you'd be where you are now this time last year?
Hell to the no.
Like, where did you want to be this time? Like, you came back from Taipei. You're like, you know what? This time next year, I'm gonna be this.
I thought that I was. The way I saw my life when I came back was like I'm gonna build towards becoming like travel lifestyle, like just focusing on photography and videography. And then even when I was going that way, there was something still pulling me back from that. Like I feel like there was something I still need to figure out about myself. And the experience of like leading up to London and London itself really just reminded me of just like how I was still thinking in ways of other ideologies that I adopted that I were thinking was my own but truly wasn't. And like being around actually you, Craig, and being exposed to like British TV and like this nostalgic moments like we have.
It will change anyone's life.
It's like
killing you right now.
Yeah. So pretty much I'm a failure working in a Spirit Halloween store, a costume store because of Craig. I'm just kidding. No. It was just more like yeah. we looked back on like certain films and like things were just inspiring me in ways that like speaking out to me more than anything else. And I was just being reminded of like just who I am and like who I was before the negativity of people putting me down, and like watching, like hearing you even just talk about Jim Carrey, watching that thing on like Robin Williams, it just like inspired me to remind myself about like the things that made me like unique growing up and like my weirdness, my quirkiness, my awkwardness, and like how I just changed it all to like try and fit in. And for me, it's like I'm so like I need to be around creative people and higher level thinking people. like I just need to be truly know what I want before I go into it, you know?
There's no point in rushing into something and then discover it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
I think it was a good thing you took your time to just get just decide or just feel what was right for you and what you want to do. And there's nothing that's too late. I mean, Ridley Scott directed his first movie when he was 40. He was 40, so there's no. I mean, if you were 43, then you were fucked. But you're still younger than that. So
41 is a fucking limit, Joel.
Exactly. But I mean, there's plenty of time.
Yeah. And it's true, like you surround yourself with the right people and they'll push you in that direction anyway. So that's what you gotta do, which brings us to the final question.
Sleep with the right people.
Yeah, sleep your way to the top and you'll be fine. So, like, where do you want to be this time next year? Learning what you've learned in the past year, coming back from Taipei, doing all these little shitty jobs, figuring out what you want to do, visiting London. Where do you want to be in October 2019?
If we're not dead.
If we're not dead.
If I'm not settled, like, in London working, like, I hope I'm, like, backpacking, you know?
And doing photography and
doing that and just, like, going back and forth and, like, podcasting weekly while traveling and just, like, maintaining something that, you know, like, I can put myself into.
But that's a big goal, and we'll be here, hopefully, to just make sure that you achieve that goal.
Yeah.
Or scorn you. If you
Or when you turn 41, be like, what the fuck are you doing, Joel? You have 2 years left.
Really, Scott, you fuck. That's a good goal. That's like a real nice goal because it's like a huge transition year for you. So it's realistic and it's...
Right now, what I'm doing is I don't know if, like, the universe wants me to do this, but, like, I'm looking towards a job. It dances in, like, corporate world atmosphere of, like, property management, like, all that stuff. But it's, like, just showing people places and getting them to sign a lease and stuff. But I mean, like, a few months of it, I can, like, you know, I'm open to the idea that it's, like, a place where I meet people, working with people.
Yeah, but we're, like, talking about in a year's time, not talking about, like, the immediate future, you know? Which brings me to the last section because we only have 8 minutes left. I can't record any more than that. Yeah. Future. Future section. Yeah. So
there was so there's a theme. So you had for the past.
Yeah, you see, I thought about this shit.
Wow.
I thought about
amazed.
Thank you. So we need to set each other goals, Simone.
Well, I have your goals.
Yeah.
Your goal is to wait. Let me find the notes that I've made. Your goal is to watch Venom. It's a great goal.
That's not a great goal.
Isn't it?
No. Next goal. Do you have another one? What if it's not in the cinema anymore? Is it still in the cinema? I don't know.
I'm sure there are ways to...
I was thinking about like goals that might like impact us. I don't think Venom will do that.
Well, maybe
I mean, it might. I mean, Tom Hardy is a peach.
It might change your life.
It might. But Joel's seen it and he was like, nah.
Me and my friends are split on it because I understand why they think it's bad because I think for the reasons they think it's bad. But for the reasons why I think it's decent and good. But
right. But like, okay, what do we talk about that like you haven't seen and you were like, what?
What?
I should have written this down. You should have. You know, and you were like, I haven't seen it or done something. Fuck, what was it? Cut this.
Well,
yeah, for you.
For me, it's Blink. I have to watch Blink.
Yes.
Yeah. My goal is to watch Blink.
Watch an episode of Blink.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's easy. It's on Netflix.
It's legal. Yeah. It's legal to watch it. It's on BBC iPlayer or Netflix. I have two choices. I feel like I have a pretty easy
That's
goal.
pretty easy. It's like 45 minutes.
Yes.
Boom,
I might be
easy.
done by tomorrow.
Shit. Fuck. Okay. And then you got to report back on how it impacted your life. And if you start Doctor Who for real,
Yeah,
it
that might lead
you
to a bigger goal.
Do you start from 2005 or do you start from Jodie Whittaker series? If you do start,
well, I probably need to watch some of the classic. Yeah, I'll probably need to watch
Start
some
from
of it.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe
So-
not.
so does
Maybe the
Joel.
goal will be not fall asleep during episode 1
yeah,
of Doctor Who, like I did before.
yeah. Watch Blink.
Yeah,
Don't fall asleep, and then. But yeah, that's a good goal.
Isn't it David Tennant the best Doctor Who of the new series? Do I not need to watch that series to be like a Whovian?
Yeah,
Yeah, my goal is to be
just watch one episode is your goal. These are very short term goals.
Yes.
Because we can't do a year. We can't do the year for the guest and be like, you backpacking around the world yet? It's been a month. Yeah. So is that my goal? Venom.
Well, let's just take a moment to think about it.
Or I can watch Big Mouth or
Big Mouth. Big Mouth. Big Mouth.
Bojack. Yeah. Shall I just watch the rest of Big Mouth? Okay.
Or shall we
more than Bojack?
BoJack when you feel like it, but you need to watch it.
Okay. I'll watch Big Mouth then.
Yeah.
Meditation.
Yes.
Thinking about Craig's next month goal.
Big Mouth. Big Mouth.
Yeah, Big Mouth can be. If I have to watch Doctor Who, you have to watch Big Mouth.
Okay. Done.
Deal.
I will do that. Okay, that's it.
Are we done?
That's the podcast.
Are we done?
Yeah, we set ourselves goals. We set Joel like a year goal. We talked about the month. We talked about life a little bit.
That's it.
That's it.
We made it.
We made it, guys.
I
Congrats.
feel like,
Congrats.
can we play the
Congrats.
graduation song by Vitamin C?
Pumpkin,
No, we're playing this.
and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
I need to right now. So yeah, thanks for
Thanks for listening. Thanks for having me. Here.
Thanks, Joel, for being our first ever guest. You've been a saint.
Honored.
Saint Clair. Yeah, you have. I can't actually hear Joel. Say bye.
Bye.
But I have another goal. I'll find more interesting sound effects for next.
Yes. I mean, they were pretty interesting.
I feel
if they work.
I feel
the right
cheated
time.
right now. I feel like I'm the guinea pig, and I feel like am I gonna be is this gonna be like the shitty? Is everyone gonna watch this podcast? And I think I could be like, this is the shitty one you skip, and then there's like good episodes.
No one's gonna skip the first one.
Okay, thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You're the best. Bye.
Bye.